We should really be starting off tonight with the news that it looks like, Fuad, that Raheem Sterling is going to be on his way to North London, and he looks like he's set for a move to Arsenal. All personal terms agreed. This is some turnaround and actually a very decent end to the window for Arsenal. I think if they didn't bring in someone like a Sterling, a lot of question marks would have been raised. How impressed are you with that one, knowing that he's now added Arsenal to his CV after having played for Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool? Pretty unreal career for someone who's 29.
It's almost a little bit like Anelka's career.
A
little bit mixed in, do you know what I mean? But honestly, I thought Arsenal needed to address an attacker in the market this summer. And for some reason, obviously, they've been addressing midfield, defence, goalkeeper, other position. I think the big question mark was, are they actually going to do anything about it? This, for me, it's a needle mover, and especially a low-risk one, in my opinion. I think, is it a loan deal or
it's a loan
one?
deal,
which
so it'll be until the end of the season.
That is
probably
perfect.
Suits
that
both parties or three parties,
because it gives him a chance to prove himself. Cross town as well, probably doesn't have to do too much in terms of logistics.
No.
But I think comes into a team that is actually pushing towards the right direction rather than going through a bit of a transition that needs an attacker of his type as well. I think Martinelli, we've seen over the past season, maybe his form has kind of dipped a little bit. We've seen Trossard coming into spells. But I feel like Sterling is more than competent of filling in for Saka on the right side as well, but then also comfortably on the left side as well. And listen, he's a proven player who I think people have judged too harshly, I think, his form over the past 18 months. And listen, you could say the mess at Chelsea hasn't really helped him, but he hasn't really helped himself within that as well. But this is an opportunity to, I feel like, start fresh, come into a team that's really pushing in the right direction, come in and be a senior head, because that team is still very young. He can come in as someone who's previously won titles, similar like what Jesus and Zinchenko were supposed to do when they came in. I think it's a smart signing. It's a win-win on both sides. And frustratingly, as a Spurs fan, honestly. I thought if this signing happens now, they look like a serious, threat. They've brought in extra goals up front as well, because let's not forget Raheem Sterling can get goals, especially with a team like Arsenal that's going to create as many chances as they do. I think he'll score plenty.
I agree, and he'll get the chances to play. I mean, a lot of Arsenal fans were asking for maybe some backup to Bukayo Saka, but in Raheem Sterling, you're getting someone who, favourably plays on the left. Martinelli out of form. But even for Liverpool, if you cast your mind back to 2015, Brendan Rodgers utilised him as a false nine, almost as a nine.
Yeah.
Can play across.
Let's not forget the World Cup, remember, for England, where he had that kind of breakout international tournament. Him and Kane were playing in that front too. So, listen, he's someone who can play in multiple positions, got plenty of experience, has done it time and time again. And even last year in his bad year, I'm sure. Can you pull his numbers up there maybe?
Yeah, I think it was 10. I think it was 18 goals and assists last season for him, for Chelsea.
That's supposed to be, an awful year in a very dysfunctional team. So, in my eyes, I don't think, obviously, he's had the best time at Chelsea. But what better, battery in your back to kind of prove them wrong at Arsenal now? And imagine, he's a catalyst to... Let me not even say it. I don't even want to put it out there into existence.
Well, let's ask Arsenal fans the question. Is he the difference between Arsenal finishing second and first? He's got the Premier League experience, multiple Premier League winner, still in his late 20s. I'm looking at his stats here, well over 100 Premier League goals. There's still a big player there. Is he the difference we had potentially between them finishing 2 points behind City like they did last year and turning that screw a little bit tighter to even close the gap, if not overtake them? Because we said this 2 years ago when they got Rice, they're closer. Last year they got even closer. But now is this the turning point? Can Arsenal actually win the league with this signing?
And someone from Pep's side who's seen it, who knows what it works, how the workings go inside there, coming in with inside recipes. Yo, Arteta, since you left there was this tweak, and it could be interesting. That's all I'm saying. But for me, I think it's a low risk move, a win-win on both sides, and it's up to Sterling now to kind of prove Chelsea wrong, if you like. And then if Arteta can do what he can to kind of get the best out of him in terms of giving him opportunities, because I think that was one of the issues last year where he definitely had his trusted guys. And I think the issue was he probably used them a bit too much, and you kind of saw that towards the end of the season. You hope players like Sterling coming in can alleviate some of that pressure.
I think that's a key thing you raised there as well. The fact that Sterling has worked with Arteta during those you know, what was it, the 100-point season he was there, wasn't he? He had a crucial part to play. Just on Arsenal, we're going to stick on Arsenal shortly, then we're going to get Patrick, the Chelsea fan, in.